God, gave humans dominion over animals and nature. I'm arguing that that's indicative of a human with a closed heart. I mean, nature is feminine, right? The repression and lack of understanding of the feminine. But when we repress the feminine so much, we get things like trans kids, which I would say, from a mother's perspective and in my spiritual understanding, that was our deepest, darkest moment is trans kids, that telling kids, I don't know who you are. You get to decide who you are. And we might just need to cut off your genitals and give you medication for the rest of your life. But that's how you can stop yourself from committing suicide. That's the only way. I mean, we only had surgery the past couple hundred years, and humans have been here for millions. So how? But that was a very shame, that amount of shame, guilt, and fear, and just lack of understanding, that amount of darkness. We had to go there because that amount of darkness, the kinetic energy gained from going that dark, is what catapulted us next to the collective being able to experience the emotion of enlightenment. Yeah, enlightenment's an emotion. I mean, so you see Native Americans, like the river and the salmon are their lifeblood, and then they have rituals and they celebrate the salmon, and the Native Americans work together like the bison and different Native American tribes because they understood internal guidance, and that internal guidance led them to be in correct relationship. We take care of them, they feed us, yay, everyone's happy, right? Of course, salmon died, and of course, Native Americans died because there's life and there's death. But we don't accept reality. We don't listen to other people because we're so busy being right, like with Manifest Destiny, God gave us dominion. God says we're right, you're wrong. You're savages. God, we're Christian. We're better. What? Now, the Native Americans probably could have told us that, but they were savages, so why would we listen to them? We had already determined they're savages. Wolves are predators. Bad, evil, we're moral, you're not. Right, wrong. There's a saying, time heals all wounds. And time gives us opportunity to self-reflect, gather more data to see where we're right and see where we're wrong, But here's the thing. The field is a soul governing agency of the particle. Every soul houses all the wisdom and knowledge in the universe. And when you follow your internal guidance, this all makes sense. But when you don't acknowledge that fish have a soul to guide them, then you wonder how this happens. And I realize that when I don't acknowledge reality, reality seems wrong. But when I acknowledge reality, I'm like, oh, that's why I haven't made money yet. Oh, that I'm not ready yet. That's true. I don't should myself, I accept myself. When we accept what salmon do, we don't should them with control of shame, guilt, and fear. But this is resilience. This is how resilient we are. This is how much we can go through and come back. If Native Americans can, 90% of their population was decimated, along with more than 90% of the bison, and now the Native Americans in America have restored their population, and the population of bison is already at 500,000, we can do this. Self-love creates heaven on earth. And learning that salmon are a keystone species for me is heaven on earth. Learning about the buffalo is heaven on earth. All of this for me is heaven on earth. And are they getting all the nutrients from the ocean by being in a hatchery? Because I never buy fish from a hatchery because it has a lot of mercury and other problems. See, they're making an assumption because they don't accept that salmon have a soul. And granted, I get it. But my contention is that their soul guided them, the internal guidance. That's what I think, and that it's in their hearts to come back, and us all be in great relationship with each other and create heaven on earth together. And it doesn't mean there won't be killing, and it doesn't mean there won't be pain, because we need to experience all of our emotions, our full emotional range. And I'll go over that after we get the otters, but this is so beautiful.